Welcome. Today I'm going to be making cast iron pizza, and unfortunately you do need a cast iron pan. I would recommend it being about 12 inches in diameter, and put about a tablespoon of olive oil on the bottom and make sure you cover the bottom and the sides of the pan. Put it in your oven now and set it for about 400 so it can get hot, and you'll leave it in there while you're making your pizza. Now this pizza dough is going to give you two pizza crusts. If you're only working off of one cast iron pan, then you'll have to just make it twice. I mean, as far as putting it together, putting it in a pan and cooking it. I have two pans, so I just do them simultaneously. The dough itself is super easy. It's 2 cups of flour, that's self-rising flour, and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Now, if you don't have self-rising flour, that's okay. Just get your 2 cups of flour and put in 3 teaspoons of baking powder and mix that in well. That is self-rising flour, pardon me. Once you get that, put the cup of the yogurt in. Now you're going to be kind of manipulating this a bit, and it's going to seem like it's just not coming together, and it will. Me personally, I should have put a little extra yogurt in mine because it did show up to be just a hair dry, but I still managed to make it work as far as this particular dinner, and my kids did eat it. Once you have your bowl of dough, you'll want to split it into two and let it rest for about 15 minutes. That I already did. Here I'm rolling out the dough. Now the first one I made looked a little bit like an amoeba, so I went ahead and crunched it up and tried to do it again. Of course, as I mentioned, I should have put a little bit more yogurt within the flour because it was a little bit dry. So I went ahead and remade it, and it still looked like an amoeba, so I just left it. Once I finished it, I would roll it up on my rolling pin to transfer it onto a piece of parchment paper because you don't want it on top of the other bit of flour or else it's going to get stuck together. And here comes the second one, and I'm going through and rolling it out. Sometimes it's best to pick it up, turn it around, pick it up, turn it around, so this way it doesn't get stuck in the same position. Once you have about a 12-inch diameter both ways, then you're ready to put that one on a piece of parchment paper and start putting your pizza together. And I believe I'm just about ready to do that here. Now, as far as what you want to put on the pizza, it's entirely up to you. Make this recipe your own. Don't feel like you have to follow me. So here's the pizza dough. Now I'm bringing out the pans. They are going to be hot. Be careful. This is the only down part about doing this is as you put in the pizza doughs, it's a little tough to handle without getting yourself burnt. So I flop it down. I don't worry too much about fixing up the sides because I don't want to get burnt. Here I'm putting down provolone cheese. I like doing that because it acts like a barrier from the sauce. And my husband loves that barbecue sauce as far as the pizza sauce. So that's barbecue sauce here. Once I'm done that, I'm putting down some ham, and there'll be some chunks of pineapple, and there'll be a few chunks of jalapeno. And then once all that's done, I'll cover that with some mozzarella. And then I'll proceed to do the second one. I think I put peppers on this one also, roasted red peppers. So if you have a favorite pizza, make it. So like you see, there's the mozzarella. Now the second one I put together, my kids, they just want to eat cheese pizzas. They don't want anything with any kind of flavor. So I threw a little extra oil down. I put the dough down, being careful not to burn myself. And as you can see, it's by far, or how is it they say, rustic. And there goes the provolone. Once the provolone is down, I did buy just a jar of pizza sauce just to make it easy. And don't put a lot of pizza sauce or barbecue sauce down on these pizzas because they'll sog out. So I'll put a little pizza sauce down, and I believe I just did mozzarella on top of the provolone. I didn't do much more because, like I said, they won't eat fancy pizzas. And here comes the mozzarella. And then I put it in the oven. I believe I backed it off to 350 and cooked it for about 15 minutes. Take a look at the pizza, see how it looks on top. You can take a butter knife, if you will, and kind of lift up the edge of the pizza to see how well the crust is doing. If the top is melted and the crust has a nice golden brown to it, good. Here's the end result. So if you like my video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And that's going to be it for today. And I really enjoyed having you here. So thank you and bye-bye.